Need to get my storytelling voice on for this one.
Death Badger.
What the heck was that intro? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Toxicity, and whoa, I have so many crazy stories that have happened in high school, and I can't even believe it because it's only been a few weeks, and I've already had encounters with drugs, spray painting, graffiti, and then I almost got my nose bitten off by a dog. I had to go to the emergency room. Some crazy stories are coming up soon, so be sure to stay tuned and subscribe for those. This story took place about 3 days ago, and it was just a completely normal week, actually. Nothing was really going on other than me almost getting my nose bitten off by a dog. It was really rainy that day, and we actually needed some rain here in New York, but it was super rainy. Went down to the bus stop. This involves the same bus stop that I talked about with the stalker story. This is the same bus stop, the same people, except there's a new kid that moved in. What should I call him? I'll call him Kevin. Kevin was just kind of like an extreme introvert, and if you don't know what that means, that just means like you always keep to yourself. There was obviously something wrong, I don't know. But, yeah, he was just kind of super quiet. He never really talked to anybody. But anyways, it was raining super hard that day, and when I get to the bus stop, actually, quick side note, the bus stop is actually at my neighbor's house, and we all just stand at the end of his driveway until the bus comes. So there's like this little roof thing above the door. I don't really know how to describe it, but we all went under there, and we were just kind of standing there, and it was super awkward because we were there for like 5 minutes, just nobody said a single word, until Kevin, out of nowhere, says, "You guys mind if I take a smoke?" And we all just look at him and we're like, what? Did he actually just say that? And my brother said that he saw him walking down the street one day flicking a match, and he said that it was a vape, but like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think vapes even use lighters. I think they're like electric or something. I don't know. Yeah, of course they're like e-cigarettes. I don't know. So anyways, he asks him if that's a vape or a cigarette, and then he replies, neither, and then he pulls out a blunt. And if you don't know, that's weed, okay? That's like the little things that you see in the MLG videos, like flipping around and stuff. Snoop Dogg, you know, it's weed. He lights it and starts smoking it, and we're all just standing there staring at each other. And I can't describe the smell. It smelled like, we've walked past a few people in New York City when I was there for like a trip. And yeah, I know what it smells like. It just smells like grass. I don't know, whatever. And like, I don't know. That was my first encounter ever with drugs. I mean, other than the New York City thing that I just said, like, this was pretty much the closest I've ever been to something like that, and it was just kind of weird. Like, it was the most, I don't know how to describe it. So he's smoking it for a while, and then the bus comes, and he throws it onto my neighbor's grass and stomps it out. Whatever, if you're smoking, like, just keep it to yourself, alright? Don't throw it onto somebody else's lawn and then stomp it out, because that could really get somebody in huge trouble. Anyways, that happened. We all got on the bus, and nothing really happened for the rest of the day, I don't think. But now the secret was out, and we all knew. I didn't really say anything to anybody, but, so about 2 days later, I walk into math class, and I have math with Kevin, so it was a little weird, like, we kind of, I don't know. Did he think it was normal to do that at a bus stop? I don't know. So I sit down, and luckily I'm on the other side of the room from him, and he just looked dead. And his hair was all frizzled up, and he was just like, I think he was actually asleep. He might have been asleep, but he was making some weird moaning sound. I don't know. It was super weird, but I tried to ignore it. The teacher just kind of kept looking at him. But, you know, that was really it. So about 30 minutes later, after, like, we walked into class and everything was still normal, I didn't really think anything of it. I kind of had an idea of what was going on. Like, he was probably smoking or something. I don't know if he was doing more drugs. I don't know if he does more drugs. Because this happened this week. I have not had any other encounters with this. The teacher kind of got the idea that something was wrong, but she didn't say anything because it could have been like a family matter. So she just kind of kept quiet. And he was asleep for pretty much the whole class until about 30 minutes or so goes by. And I forget what the question was, but it was like, so what do we do next? It was like this, I don't know. I really don't even know what the question was. Who pays attention in algebra? And he sticks up his head and he's like, oh, I know, after being like passed out. And everyone's like, what? You were just dead like 5 seconds ago. He says, well, actually, let me tell you guys a bit of a story. So the other day I was playing Minecraft and I was building this 29 by 30 like TNT block. And it blew up my entire house. And it was crazy. And then everybody on the server was like, what happened? And I forget what she actually said. It was something along the lines of TNT and like, whatever. And the teacher's just like, what? And everybody's just like burst out laughing. But I just like put my head down on my desk and I started laughing and I looked back and they were just dying. And then guess what he does? He slams his head back down onto the desk and is down for the rest of the class, which was like 15 minutes or so, and he did not even look up. So the teacher walks over to him, and she asks what's wrong, and he's like, nothing! And he stands up, walks out of the room. And, yeah, that's pretty much for this. Oh, God.